chance for any extra review with Sando yet?
No, not as yet. We'll do that this afternoon, so we'll go through the game then, but no, not as yet.
Are you expecting, what are you expecting from that? Will it be fire and brimstone at this stage, or steady as she goes?
No, pretty steady. I mean, we'll go through the game, and he always has a few points we can improve on that, so we'll go through that and pick out points we need to improve, as I said, and we'll get better.
Obviously, there's such a big build-up to round one. How defining is it not to get the win?
Yeah, it's disappointing. We put a lot of effort into it. Obviously, pre-season on that, so to not get the points is a bit disappointing. But in saying that, it's round one. We've got a lot of work to do. So, you know, we'll look at it this afternoon and get better.
Richard, what's your gut feel on why it went that way?
Look, we probably a few areas, key areas, we didn't do well. We didn't tackle well. We got smashed in the centre bounce, and around the ground we probably weren't clean as well. So, there's things we need to look at and improve quickly, because we've got Brisbane who are playing really well in 2 weeks' time, so we need to be ready for that.
What's the build up and that sort of thing? Does too much emphasis get put on round one? I mean, it is just a good one after all.
Oh, it is, but I mean, you know, everyone loves footy and can't wait for it to come around, and that's like us as well. So, you know, we probably put more planning into round one because you've got a lot more time to obviously do that, but in saying that, it is 4 points, but you certainly want to win and, you know, get off to a positive start and be, you know, it's better to be 1-0 than 0-1. So that's disappointing to lose for sure. First up.
Did a lot of work over the pre-season on tackling, and there was an issue on Friday night. How can you change that in 2 weeks when you couldn't over the summer?
Look, I think a little bit of it's technique, and I think a little bit of it's a bit of attitude as well. So. You know, there's times last year we tackled poorly, and other games we tackled really well, so you can turn it around. But we'll look at it this week on the track and probably get the gloves off a bit and do a bit of tackling work and get down and dirty. So I'm pretty confident the boys, you know, we can tackle, we just didn't do it well. So we'll get back to training and work hard on that, and I'm sure against Brisbane we'll be a lot better tackling side.
Is there a reason why attitude wouldn't be right towards that sort of key component of your game?
Oh, I'm not too sure. We'll have to we'll go through that in the meeting, I guess. But yeah, a lot of it, as I said, is a bit of attitude and a bit of technique as well. So I think the disappointing thing was when we did miss tackles, they resulted in some goals, and they're at important times of the game. So that was disappointing.
Do you think you got a little bit of maybe complacent or something when you got off to that fast start, and, you know, 3 goals for or something to nothing?
No, I don't think so. We certainly have an emphasis on starting well, and that's just footy. Teams are going to come back at you, and they certainly did to their credit, and we couldn't really match it with them. In the the third quarter, we tried to come back at them, but you know, to their credit, they played really well and outplayed us.
What part of the technique in the tackling is not right?
I think a few times we just got a bit high and we got to get lower. Teams are very good now at dropping their hips and you know, slipping the tackles, and you also give away free kicks for getting around the neck. So I think we just need to get lower.
There's a few areas, tackling obviously included. Is it good to have the break again this weekend, or is it better to learn by just playing again and doing it in a game?
Oh, it'd be nice to, I think, play again. You know, get an opportunity to redeem ourselves, but we can't do that. We don't play till the following weekend, so you know, also get a chance to work hard at things we need to get better on. So that's probably a good thing as well.
Brisbane are off to a flyer similar to you guys last year. Have you had much of a chance to look at them? Do you notice sort of what they're doing differently this year to last?
Yeah, they've been really good over the NAB Cup, and we're looking forward to seeing them play the Bulldogs this weekend. I think they're moving the ball really well, and they're just winning a lot of contests, similar to what we did last year. So we'll probably scout that game, and the boys will watch it, and we'll certainly have a good plan in place to, when we come up against them next week, we'll be right to go.
Richard, your midfield, was it in case you guys didn't set up properly, or do you think there's been a lot of attention put onto studying what Adelaide was doing well in the midfield last year?
Yeah, I think a lot of teams have looked at us. We, you know, were really strong in the clearances last year and around the packs, and clubs have looked at that. So I think we need to get better at working together around, you know, the stoppages and that sort of thing, and make it easy on our blokes. I know Paddy got tagged and Tommy did it from time to time on the weekend, so we need to help them out and I think just spread the load a lot more, take the pressure off them.
What about the way you set up? Does that need to change? Do you need to find something new there?
No, I don't think so. I think we just need to probably get in first and be a bit cleaner. You know, it showed last year that it can work, but I think we're probably just a bit fumbly at times, and other teams got inside us and we're probably a bit more aggressive.
What's the best way to handle that? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. That's the best way to handle that. with Dangerfield being set on there?
Oh, we can just lay a few blocks for him, that sort of thing. It's pretty basic. At times we think Paddy's invincible and he can beat pretty much anyone one-on-one, but from time to time he's going to need help and a few blocks to get a free run at it, because when he gets his free run he's pretty hard to stop.
How do you find the slide rule? You clear on that now, how it's going to work? Or?
I guess it's just hard because naturally we're taught as juniors and still now to go at the football and attack the ball, but there's a rule in place now that if you take out the legs there's going to be a free kick, so we need to adapt to that. We probably haven't adapted as quick as maybe other clubs, but I think we just got to keep our feet. We can still go hard at the ball and at the man, but as long as we keep our feet, we should be right.
Has that been spoken about at training? Like, are you training that more now?
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, I guess we'll have to look at it a bit more. There's a few incidences that hurt us on the weekend, whether the free kicks or not, I'm not sure, but we've got to get better because in big games and when it's wet, it's going to be a natural instinct to dive back on the ball, and we're going to have to stop that and change our technique a bit because it will hurt us.
Brody Smith seems to be moving well out there. It'd be good to have him back soon.
Yeah, it will be. He's been really diligent with his recovery and done really well. He's probably only a couple of weeks away now, hopefully, so if we can get him back soon, it'll be really good because he was really starting to look good in the NAB Cup and played really well in the finals last year. So if we can get him back soon, it's going to be a big lift for the boys, and he'll give us a lot of drive off half back.
Richard, who should lead the response and the reaction to that result on Friday night? Should it be coach-driven or player-driven?
Oh, look, it'll be player-driven. There's no doubt about that. We've got a strong culture at the club and a lot of good leaders, so we've already talked about that over the weekend as players and out there again today. So, we're pretty determined to turn that around quickly because, we can't afford to go first up.
So what's the best way to handle it? What's your best remedy?
Oh, we're just going to get out there and train hard and improve on things, and we already can't wait to get back up to Brisbane and face the Lions.
I don't think Sando says too much to you guys as a routine after a game, but did VB sort of address things in the room as a group after the game, just to clear the air about what happened Friday night?
Oh, we probably don't talk after the game. There's a bit of emotion around, and that's probably not the best time. But over the weekend, a few boys talk via the phone and that, and we have a meeting now and afternoon with the coaches. So we sort of let it settle over the weekend and get stuck back into business Monday morning and go about things in a positive way.
What do you think that game did for your reputations, or was one game not enough to make an impression on reputations?
Oh, look, it's probably, as you said earlier, there's a lot of build-up, and externally a lot of people expect us to play good footy and beat Essendon over here, but that didn't happen. They're a good side. Just didn't get the job done, but at the end of the day, it's round one. We've got a long way to go, and we have to turn it around. So I'm pretty confident the boys will be able to do that.
What did you make of the forward structure? You obviously spent a bit of time up there.
It worked really well early. I think when we get the ball in our half, we're able to lock it in, and it looks good. But I think in the second quarter in particular, we lost a bit of our structure, and a few forwards got sucked up the ground, and when we kicked it in, Tex was 1v2 at times, so it makes it hard. But normally we're pretty good at that, and I'm sure we'll look at a few tapes and a few structural issues we had and fix that up.
Was Danger 100%? There was a bit of talk prior to the game that he might have had a bit of a flu or something. Was he fine?
Yeah, no, he's all good. He wouldn't probably tell anyone if he did anyway.
Is there a reason why he wasn't out there today?
No, I didn't even notice him, to be honest. When you just mentioned him before,
There's a few blokes who were just recovering sides.
he's 2 weeks to get up for next week, so he probably couldn't be bothered training, to be honest. No, I ain't kidding.